Sorry, let me begin again. Good afternoon, everyone. I hope you're doing well. Welcome to the afternoon session of the African International Mediation Week 2020 Kenya. We are privileged today to have our speaker, Tabitha Rutere, who will basically be taking us through the topic at the counseling seminar series. And our topic for today will be psychological counseling skills in provision of mediation services, the benefit of integration of psychological counseling in the mediation process. And she will basically be taking us through that particular topic for the day, for the afternoon. She is, maybe if I can give an introductory remark, she's the founder and CEO of Covenant Mediators and Counseling Center, Nakuru, Kenya. She's a mother, a Cotanext mediator, a psychological counselor, a mediation trainer and instructor, as well as a mediation mentor. So we are privileged to have her today to share her insights and in terms of psychological skills we can incorporate in the mediation process. So having introduced our speaker for the day, I think we can go right ahead and open the session. We'll open with the national anthem and then proceed to the housekeeping rules, and then we can have our guest speaker continue from there. So I will just start with the national anthem. I'll just say the words in Kiswahili. E Mungu nguvu yetu, ilete baraka kwetu, haki iwe ngao na mlinzi, na tukae na undugu, amani na uhuru, raha tupate na ustawi. Okay, so I'll just delve right into the housekeeping. Kindly ensure that as the speaker is on call, please ensure that you are on mute. If you have any insights, feel free to share them in the chat description box, and that way we'll be able to engage together. So having said that, I think I will just give the reins to our speaker for today, Ms. Rutere, to take us through the topic for discussion. Thank you.
Yes, hello, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Tabitha Rutere, as I have been introduced. I am a counselor, a mother, a court and mediator. And hello, you can hear me? Hello, you can hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. You can proceed.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, my topic today is the psychological knowledge and the provision of mediation and its benefits. I'm having a topic on psychological knowledge in the provision of mediation services. Perhaps to just shed some light, this is integrating the counseling skills and the mediation service and the mediation practice for better results. Maybe for us to be able to actually pick exactly what this means, we can have these questions at the back of our mind as we start the presentation. Perhaps we can ask ourselves, how do we use the counseling skills? How do we use the counseling skills to enhance better, effective mediation results? The second question maybe we should answer is, how relevant is this integration? How relevant is integrating psychology knowledge, counseling skills, and the mediation practice for quality results? And the other one is, what's the difference? What is the difference between a mediation process with these skills applied and perhaps a mediation process without these skills applied? Would the outcome of both mediation sessions be the same? Okay. Perhaps we can define. I know many of you know this, but for the purpose of this presentation, I can briefly define what this terminology means for those who are not psychologists or counselors. Psychology is a study of mind or thought and behavior. Counseling is a process in which clients are helped to look to identify their issues and come up with the solutions themselves. And the mediation is a solution for you by you. So you see the relationship between the three is the counseling is you have the problem, you have the answer. Mediation, you have the problem, you have the answer. In the psychology, we see it is a study of mind and behavior, which both mental and behavior is used in getting solutions to your problem. That is the link, that's the relationship. To be able to help someone, maybe you can answer the first question, which we ask, how would we use the counseling skills to enhance better effective mediation results? Which are these counseling skills? Reflective listening is one of them. When we talk of reflective listening, is you don't just listen with your ears. You listen with your ears, you understand, you are able to see what is not, you are able to hear what is not to say, you can see the body language, you can hear the verbal one to say, and through that, as a counselor, you are able to speak out from this disputant so much. And in your process, you can be able to address the issues that you've seen, both safe and unsafe. The other skill is UPR, unconditional positive regard. As a mediator, you are impartial. So it is your core responsibility to make sure that both the disputants feel comfortable in your mediation session by applying what you call unconditional positive regard. You look at all the parties the same. And those being just as a few examples, I can, for the sake of time, I can move to the next question so that we can be able to, during question 10, we can address them in detail. How relevant is this integration? Integrating these skills and the mediation services is quite relevant because if we just address, let me give an example. Maybe a family has come for succession. If we just address the issue of property, if we leave out the issue of relationship and emotions, we may not have helped the family to resolve the conflict in totality. When they go back to their homes, there's likely to be emotions again running high. But if you're able to address the emotion base of the client, they are able to approach their issues from the root. The relationship is most likely going to be sustained simply because as a mediator, if you have this knowledge, you have been able to address not just the sharing of property, but also how the family runs, how the family relates, and how family is going to proceed from the court, perhaps if it is a court annexed mediation. And maybe at this point I can give an example of a case I handled yesterday, perhaps in some place, where this battle has been there for 30 years plus, unboundary battle. But on listening to these people, it was not just the boundary that had an issue. There was death in the family. That one of the parties tells that when I lost my wife, he never came to console me, and you are a neighbor. So the other. Oh my goodness. Are you still on? Hello. Hello.
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah. So this client, besides having an issue with the boundary, they also had an issue with the emotions, anger, bitterness, pain, revenge. So as we were trying to explore the issue, actually what it featured the most was not even the boundary. It was about, you did this to me, you did this to me. So finally we had to help them address their conflict first. And you were able to push them through how how would you have wanted your neighbor to come in? So anyway, basically we addressed that, and finally we were able to when they came to sharing of the boundaries, there wasn't a big conflict because actually they agreed, because they said where one of the parties resolved that where you feel the borders should be, I will comply. And with ease, we were able to move to the field, and they did the border, and they resolved it, and they took hands, and they were happy, including the neighbors and the family members. So you can see, if we did not address the pain that this man was going through because of the losses he went through, because of of course, losing a partner comes with the grief and the pain and the revenge and bitterness. So when I can say we were not able to address it fully, but the first thing we did, the man was able to have a statue. So that is the relevance and the importance of having the psychology knowledge, the counseling skills integrated with the mediation. That way you are able to address the client's issues. Maybe it may not be conclusive, but you are able to do some fasting. The other important is you as a mediator, you are able to understand yourself, because in counseling, in psychology, you do units like self-awareness, where you fully understand yourself, you understand your personality, you understand your mental state, you understand so much about yourself. Maybe in some cases where as a mediator, you have not processed your issues, and you find yourself that you're handling an issue that maybe you've been through and you still have the pain. If you understand yourself, in fact, if the court issue nominates you as a mediator in such a matter, you are able to confidently say, I'm sorry, I'm not going to handle this. Or you may not give the reasons, but perhaps you can just decline from handling the matter. But if you do not understand yourself, you are most likely, for example, if you're going through divorce, and then you are given maybe a family matter, those issues raised by the disputant can easily affect you, and you find yourself you are also affected, perhaps psychologically, to the matter, because you are not processed yours. But through self-awareness, you are able to get a position, the right position to the issue. Maybe the other reason why integrating this is important is when you are dealing with the parties. If you understand maybe something like growth and the development or stages of development in human beings, you are able to tell that maybe these two disputing clients, maybe it could be a husband who is maybe 60 years and the wife is about maybe 40 or 35. You will be able to know these two are going through different stages in life. And perhaps during caucus, you can be able to make them understand themselves. But if you do not have the knowledge, you may not help them even resolve their immediate problem, leave alone the long term. When it comes to the same knowledge, we negotiate our stages in life differently. As a mediator with this kind of knowledge, you will also be able to perhaps put through your clients in the know. You put them in the know that can you maybe check the reason why you are going through what you are going through? Why do you think you are feeling the way you feel? So if you have this rich knowledge in psychology and in knowledge and in counseling, you will effectively be able to help the parties, the disputants, solve their own problems. I may not be able to emphasize more on that, but perhaps I can go on to also give another reason for integrating the three by highlighting the relationship between counseling, psychology, and mediation. Both mediation, psychology, counseling help each other. The three work together. One of the one of the ways in which they help each other. They both handle issues relating to mind, behavior, and action. So look at psychology, counseling, and mediation. They touch on those three. And if you only have the mediation knowledge minus the psychology knowledge, you can agree with me that you may not be effectively be able to help the person to resolve the issue. The other one is that the three deal with seen and unseen issues. In conflict, you address pain. In conflict, you are likely to come across clients with depression. In conflict, on mediation, you are likely to come through issues on love and money and the rest. So these three, like the pain, you may not see the pain. Depression, you may not touch it. But each of the knowledge, you can be able to quickly tell that this person has an issue that needs to be perhaps addressed by a specialist. Yeah, you'll be able to deal with issues that you can see: land, debt, money, and the rest. So these three are to play. When you're dealing with the pain, in mediation, for example, if someone comes and says, I was assaulted, this one assaulted me and it makes me feel hurt. If a mediator does not have the knowledge of psychology and counseling, and especially on personal needs and satisfaction, you may not be able to fully, exhaustively, satisfactorily address these two parties. Because perhaps if I do not have the knowledge on that, I may not see how that should become in. I may not be able to tell why pain should come in a large issue that I'm handling. But if you have the knowledge, you will quickly be able to know pain if it is not addressed. Even if you handle conclusively the matter of land, you still have not resolved the issue conclusively. So that's another difference between the three arms of mediation, because I call them three arms of mediation because it would be extremely difficult to have a sustained agreement without having to put these three into play. The third one is the three touch on human beings. It is rare that you go actually. I haven't seen a case in court where it is between a tree and a cat. Cases in court, cases in mediation, cases for counseling, they all deal with human beings. And when we talk of human beings, it will be extremely difficult to speak for you to understand a human being without knowing the mental processes, the behavior, expectations, and all this is found in the three. Psychology will tell you what about mind, expectations. If they can explain the psychology will explain our thoughts, why we behave the way we do, and such like. They all involve feelings, emotions, and behavior. When you go to court, most likely, people will go to court expecting to be perhaps compensated with tangible things. Again, people will go to court because of feelings. Say, for example, like divorce, where we are not addressing matrimonial property. We will literally be dealing with emotions and feelings. I have been hurt, this person has done this person has done this. So if you, in the absence of material, which is now, in the absence of material, you will actually be dealing with emotions and feelings and behavior too. Yes. And perhaps we can move on to maybe highlighting what it is that we need to basically, I can put it basically because we cannot have all mediators learn psychology and counseling, but we, in the judiciary now, we have family mediators, for example. Perhaps those who wish to be family mediators, this is my personal opinion, at least on the basics, they need to have knowledge on understanding self. You understand yourself first, so that you're able to help others understand themselves. You need to understand others and the environment. We need to have knowledge on the impact of early mental development illness of ourselves as mediators, because I would be imagined in a situation where a mediator herself or himself has issues. Maybe, okay, I don't think we've been made, okay, as I said, I'm a course honest mediator, but I don't think there's a time we have been taken for a mental assessment. So, we do not, okay, our mental status is not known. Let me put it that way. But take us not aware, a mediator is going through depression, and this person has one issue. To begin with, they have issues. They're supposed to handle issues. I leave that to you to think through, but it really needs a lot of thought. We need to have to learn personality types and their disorders. Yes, different personalities act, behave, talk differently. If you as a mediator, you're handling different personalities, you are likely to not to really be in the know, not to really be, to help the parties effectively if you do not understand the response, the accused is what personality, the defendant is what personality. Why are they talking the way they're talking? Why are they behaving the way they're behaving? But for example, if you find a sanguine, if a case has been returned to you and perhaps the complainant is a family who talk, and the other one is well, it's okay. Since it may pick up, then you just give up. You and just like for example the case wondering the other day where this person says, well, if my giving up this will bring things, then I do it. This person did not give up the property because there was justice. But he said, instead of us arguing left and center, I can give it up. The sanguine of people saying yes, yes, yes. And so you, if a mediator has this knowledge, you'll be able to help. You'll be able to help the introvert also get a fair share. How do I help an introvert and an extrovert? How do I mediate a place between an introvert and an extrovert? By helping, by helping the introvert to speak, by helping the extrovert to be contained. So understanding personality is key. Understanding personality disorders is also important because some of the personality disorders is mental. We have behavioral. We have quite a number of personality disorders. But if you have that knowledge, you're able to pick out, you're able to understand. Human needs and satisfaction. What makes people bitter? What makes a person aggressive? What makes one want to revenge? Perhaps if you are applying as a counselor or as a psychologist, when you realize that what the argument is, one person or both of them are too bitter, you can try to explore further. Why this bitterness? And I'm sure you are able to find the underlying issue. And when that is done, you'll be able to address. And again, I repeat, it may not be conclusively, but when you are informed during caucus, you can be able to make the parties know that now this is what this is what there is, but perhaps you can take this route. I'm simply trying to say with this kind of knowledge, even if you may not advocate them, you as a mediator, you'll be very effective, productive, and you come up with good results. And for that reason, I think we need, this is my personal opinion, that the mediators, especially those dealing with maybe succession, family issues, children matters, this knowledge is key. And in the absence of this, a mediator may not have a sustained, a conclusive, fulfilling and long-lasting agreement to the family member. So when one does this, you are sure to have a sustained relationship. You are sure to have some controlled emotions or understood emotions, better relationships, developing the society, coexistence, peaceful society, and such like. Thank you. I hand over to my co-presenter, please.
Thank you very much to Ms. Rutere for coming for this session and giving us an insight on the topic of discussion. We appreciate you taking your time to give us that insightful talk. And I think us as mediators, we've been able to take one tip or two home: the importance of being self-aware, knowing your personality and also your mental state, the 3 arms of mediation that you've talked about. All these tips, I think, will help us as mediators in our future endeavors as mediators. And I think that's the importance of such sessions, not only to just raise awareness, but to also for mediators to pick up some of these key skills and knowledge that you can be able to learn from. So at this point, I'd like to just appreciate our speaker once again, Ms. Rutere, for coming and sharing with us her thoughts. I'd also like to appreciate all other participants who have been able to join into the call. Thank you for taking your time to come in and learn 1 or 2 things that can hopefully enhance your practice. So at this point, I think I would just like to close the session and appreciate everyone for coming in. So I will close the session by just saying the words of our national anthem, as we always do. I'll say them in Kiswahili and then we can proceed to close. Mungu, nguvu yetu, ilete baraka kwetu, haki iwe ngao na mlinzi, na tukae na undugu, amani na uhuru, raha tupate na ustawi. Thank you everyone for joining in, and that is the end of our call. We have another session beginning at 2 p.m. And our speaker will be Ms. Christine Kipsang. Please tune in and we can be able to have an insightful session. Thank you.